chickism.
Chickism,
La la
basically.
la 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 la. La 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 la
Are you a
la.
Native American?
Am I a Native American?
No way.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Chilling.
Am I Jesus? Am I Jesus Christ?
No, you aren't.
How do you know? Maybe I am.
He doesn't love chicks. I'm sure.
How do you know? When Jesus was gay?
No, 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 I didn't mean it in this way. Oh my god.
That's what you're
Holy
saying.
shit. No, I didn't. The false accusation. I mean,
Okay, the
Jesus was not
Scandinavian is with
aggressive.
us. Yes, Mr. Scandinavian. How can I? Do you know anything about Bell's inequality?
No, I'd like to have a definition of what is it.
Okay, so starting from the beginning.
I'm sorry. I hope you like talking about it because I'm
Yeah,
ignorant as fuck on this.
yeah. But Andrew, if this time you're gonna start ruining it, I'll mute you.
Nah, bye bye.
Okay. So the story goes like this. I got you.
All right, I'm
I,
ready.
I've been trying to mute Andrew, and he's been playing games, going in and out, so I can't mute him. But now I finally muted him. Okay, so
Ah, okay.
yeah, because he's misbehaving. Anyway, so Bell's inequality. It's actually a very convoluted history, and basically I did some archaeological digging in order to figure it out. I'm still not completely sure about all the facts, but I'm putting everything together, so I'm beginning to understand what's going on. Anyway, so um there was a big
Like
disagreement. Hmm. What?
like if I say that I
Mm.
believe that Bell's inequality is real, then what does that am I saying then?
I honestly, what does that mean? I'm not sure. I don't know what it means. That's why the
Like
title.
Bell's inequality.
Hmm.
Bell's inequality is like is it a fact about the world or a proposed fact about the world or universe, I guess?
Bell's inequality is I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure.
Okay, I'll let you explain in the way you find best
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
because
That's why the title is Bell's inequality is BS. I don't even know. I'm not sure what Bell's inequality is. And I'm pretty much at this point a top-notch world expert on Bell's inequality. I don't think Bell understood his inequality. Anyway, so it all began in the 1920s. There was a big disagreement between Einstein and Bohr. So the disagreement was about something called a superposition. Now, have you ever heard about this term, superposition?
yeah, I know what it is.
Okay, so superposition. How would you define superposition?
That a quantum particle can be in multiple states at seemingly the same moment.
Good. So, what's your opinion about superposition? What's your personal opinion about that?
Mm, It as long as it doesn't
About
break
that.
the law of non-contradiction, I think it's a plausible thing.
It
Then again, I don't know what a math behind it, or if there's any or the induction, or like how do we I don't know how this idea came to be in the first place, I guess. But it's an interesting idea, that's for sure.
But what? But what's your? So you don't have an opinion about it? You don't have you don't have an opinion?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that it seems to be the most well accepted theory of both, or I guess hypothesis, or I don't know what level it's on. That's accepted, but I don't believe that it's correct. I don't believe that it's wrong either. I need more info and maybe data.
Have you ever heard of Schrodinger's cat?
Yes.
What do you know about Schrodinger's cat?
So basically, I'm probably gonna fuck it up.
It's fine.
Verbalize.
It's fine. I mean, I'm not. You're not being tested. You're not. You're not being tested more than I'm being tested. You're testing me, and I'm testing you. So it's fine. I mean, I don't. I don't care if I fail this test, and neither should you.
Yeah, I guess that's a fun way to look at it. But
Sure.
anyway, you basically you put a cat in a box,
Right.
and in the box there is a I think it's there's something that lets a poison out, and there's a detector, and if the detector detects a certain quantum activity, the poison is released. And because quantum particles can be in superposition, that means that there's a world where, I mean, it's kind of the timeline splits. So there's a timeline where the poison is released, and there's a timeline where it isn't. And you don't really know which one you are in until you open the box, right?
Okay.
That's and the conclusion from that is that I mean, I think the guy who made it up said that that means that it's absurd. Superposition is absurd, right? But because it seems to go against logic, but this is where someone came up with the idea that maybe there's a local time time split, so there's multiple timelines, something like that. That's basically.
Okay. Yeah, that's basically Schrodinger's cat. So Schrodinger's cat, it just forces it forces Bohr. So Schrodinger was on Einstein's side. So it was Schrodinger and Einstein against Bohr. Bohr believed in superposition, and Einstein and Schrodinger believed superposition is epistemological. So the question is superposition a superposition of our knowledge of the state of the particle? Or is it ontological? Is it the reality that the particle hasn't decided in what state to be in until it is measured? And once it is measured, there is what's known as a collapse of the wave function, and the particle is forced to decide in what state to be measured as. So, right, and the Schrodinger's cat forces Bohr to say, yes, the cat is both dead and alive. The cat is in a superposition of being dead and alive simultaneously until it is observed, and then the cat's wave function collapses, and the cat has to decide, or the universe has to decide, if the cat is dead or alive. And yes, and this is where the multiverse theory comes in, that the universe splits and we are one version of the multiverse where the cat is either dead or alive. What's your position?
Um, well, I guess I'm agnostic still, but I'm wondering what would be needed for me to
Good,
take a position here.
good, good, good. You're agnostic, but what's your intuition? Who's gonna win?
Well, I think it's dangerous to go by intuition, so to speak, but I'm gonna guess that um, there is. If I had to choose one, I would say there's only one timeline, and the quantum particle follows some kind of deterministic
So is the
law.
cat
So they can.
what is the cat doing when we're not observing it? Is it dead or alive, or is it both?
Well, epistemologically speaking, it could both, right? But ontologically
Yes.
speaking, we have no idea.
But what's your intuition? If you had to gamble, if you were forced, here is $1 million. You can get the $1 million if you get it right, but you have to gamble. Otherwise, you don't get anything. So you have to pick: is the cat dead or alive, or both dead and alive? If you had to pick Einstein's side or Bohr's side, is superposition ontological or epistemological? If you had to pick, we're going to kill you if you don't pick. You have to pick. And if you pick right, you get $1 million or a
Pick.
billion.
I get it.
You have to pick. You cannot not pick. Which would you pick? You're forced to pick. Who's right? Who would you bet your life on? No, either way, you're not betting your life. You're betting. Wow, you're betting $1 million.
Sorry, I'm really bad.
It's okay. It's okay. Uh, you might win $1 billion, but if you don't pick, you die. What's your pick? Or would you rather die? Would you rather die than pick? You're not losing anything by picking. You might as well flip
I mean,
it.
I mean, I,
You might as
I
well
would,
flip.
I would,
What? What?
I would pick. I'm saying that I would pick. I
Okay.
would go by.
Hmm.
My intuition tells me the cat is either dead or alive. There's only one.
So Einstein, you gamble on Einstein.
Yeah.
Good. Good. I agree.
But you,
But you know that most. What do you know about the scientific community? What do you think? What do they pick?
I think it's highly contested within the scientific community, right? There's no consensus, right?
I don't know. I usually when I listen to scientists, when I listen to physicists, they all say the same thing. I've never heard the other. I've always heard one of these positions. Hello, Mura. How are you? Oh, he left. Okay.
Which position is that?
You tell me. I mean, when people discuss
No, I mean, which one did
when
you hear?
people, but I want you to say when you listen to people discuss superposition, do they say it's ontological or epistemological? Is it a problem? Is it a
They,
superposition?
they, they,
I'll just
they
repeat.
seem to be talking about it in ontological terms, at least.
Your audio is cutting in and out. Are you using headphones? Like Apple ear. What do you call them? AirPods.
Oh, a computer does this for some.
Oh, your computer does this? Okay. So sometimes it doesn't pick
Anyway,
up the beginning of the sentence. So, what
oh,
most physicists, I'll repeat the question. Most physicists, most people that you listen to online, most people that you talk to, how do they describe superposition? As as an ontological superposition or as an epistemological superposition? In other words, is it a superposition in the ontology, in the actualness of the particle, or is it a superposition in our knowledge, in our epistemic knowledge of the particle? What do most people say it is?
yeah, it seems. Fuck, wait. Got a lung infection. That's why I'm
It's
coughing. Anyway,
fine. Yeah,
yeah,
it's okay.
it seems like ontological is the position that most of them take.
Yes, I've never heard of a single physicist who takes the epistemological position. They all take the ontological position. In other words, they all take Bohr's position. None of them take Einstein's position. Do you find that
Yeah.
curious?
Yeah, I mean, I have thought about that before, and I would say that, who am I to say if they are naive or not? But it seems like the reason they are taking this is because I want it. I don't see how there's more evidence for it than the other.
I couldn't hear anything. Your audio jittered. So could you state it again? So I'll
Oh
ask
my god,
again.
my
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah. But I enjoy talking to you, so I'm enduring. I'll endure your audio. It only happens once in a while. Sometimes your audio jitters. Is your CPU on 100%? Is your computer old? Is your computer busy doing something else?
It's the CPU, I'd say.
The CPU. It sounds like your CPU is at 100. It sounds like your computer is very. Your hard disk might be full. So is it an old computer?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's always at 100, and I try to delete as much as I could, but it just seemed to figure why.
So look at your hard disk. Open up the. Is it um is it a Windows? Hello? Are you there? Hello? Hello? Oh, you muted yourself? Oh, you're coughing? Ta li la 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 li la 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 li la 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 la. He should use disk management. La 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 li la 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 la. Oh, hold on. La 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 la. Can anyone guess what song I'm singing? Na 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 la 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 li la 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 la. La 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 la. This song. I can't play it because they give me a strike right away, these idiots. It's called Somewhere Only We Know. Somewhere Only We Know. Somewhere only we know. La 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 la. Oh, you can't preview it. Wait, you can't preview anything? Where's the audio? There's no audio for any of these? What's going on? La 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 la. Where's the audio? La 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 la. This is the official? I can't. La 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 la. Oh, two people are watching. La, la, la. Anyway, so this is a very interesting conversation. This is really eye-opening. But I think finally I'm able to crack this enigmatic nonsense. So la 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 la.
With opposite orientations, opposite signs. But something interesting happens when the two detectors aren't measuring the same direction. If they're not, then there's no requirement the signs be opposite. They could be the same. How often we expect those cases to have opposite signs depends on our philosophy. So this experiment can test if there are hidden variables. Assuming the superposition isn't physical and the particles had a definite state the entire time, there are only 6 possible outcomes. So all we have to do is count. If the detectors measure the same direction, the particles always have opposite orientations, as required by the conservation of angular momentum. If the detectors measure along different directions, the particles only have opposite signs 1/3 of the time. That's a total probability of 5/9, or 55.6%. If quantum mechanics only represents our ignorance, then entangled particles will have opposite signs in this experiment 55.6% of the time. But that's not what we get when we do the experiment. When we go through and do this thousands of times, we get exactly 50%. Entangled particles
50% is what you'd expect if there is disentanglement. So all that you're telling me is that you're getting the same result as disentangled particles. This is 7:58. La 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 la. 50%. That is the same as you would expect for disentangled particles. This should be the null result. I don't know what the null result is, but this should be the null result. That is the same as what you would expect for disentangled particles. No? In other words, you're telling me the particle is disentangled. All that you're telling me is that when you ran the experiment, I wish I could select just by hitting, maybe I can hit tab? No, of course not. What is Windows thinking? Well, I want to be able to just hit enter. Like they're offering me autocomplete, but I have to use my mouse. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all that you're telling me is that when you ran the experiment, You got. I don't even have to say what you're telling me in other words. That's it. That's all that I have to say about this. This is a complete nothing burger.
Particles have opposite signs in this experiment exactly 50% of the time. Isn't that close enough? Nope, not this time. Oh no, what does quantum mechanics predict? It predicts exactly 50%.
What do you mean quantum mechanics predicts 50%? A10. It predicts exactly 50%. I wish I could just hit enter to select the word. Exactly. It predicts exactly 50%. How? I don't understand. I don't understand how. Can you show the calculation? How does it predict 50%? Like, you took so much time to explain the other one. At least,
As we saw earlier, the quantum entanglement looks like this. We can also write it like this, or better yet, like this, since A measures up and down. In quantum
so up and down, that's the calculation. Okay. What do you mean? How could you say it's 50-50? 50-50 is at 90 degrees. This is incorrect. This is at 90 degrees. This is the prediction. What? This is not at 120 degrees. Where's the 120 degrees?
mechanics, probabilities are complex squares. So the probability of getting opposite signs when measuring along different directions would be written like this. And here,
Yeah. What's up?
You hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened. It's never been that bad, but
So
yeah. Anyway, can you tell me like exactly what to do because before
Yeah.
I do it? Because if I open the task, if I open the anything else while I'm talking to you, I'm just gonna start lagging.
Yeah. So what Windows are you using? Windows?
Yeah, Windows 10.
Okay.
Is it 11?
If you hit right mouse on the Windows, on the Windows logo on the start, on the Windows start, if you hit the right mouse button on that, do you see a menu?
Yep. Yep.
Do you see disk management?
It's in Swedish, but oh yeah, there. Yeah, I'll see it.
Okay, hit disk management.
Okay.
Then I'll do it also by me. Mm-hmm. Um, I can't run it on my side because I'm not an administrator. Let's do something else. So right button click again on the Start Windows logo. Do you have File Explorer? It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the bottom. File Explorer. You could do that, or okay, hit it. Let's see what it gives you. Tell me what you see. Yeah, I mean your computer is basically almost dead. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so you should have on. Probably, I mean, I can hear you. On the left side, you should have. Let me give you a snapshot of what I see. Exactly. So you should have this PC on the left. Yeah, I sent it in chat. So what do you see? Maybe you should, if you can send me a snapshot or see on my computer, most of my hard disk is empty. What about your disk? What's the situation? Is it blue or white? So it's half white? Is it half white? Okay, so that's not the issue. Um, do you know how to run the task manager? Run the task manager. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna paste my task manager. All right. All right. Take a snapshot of your task manager so it's the same as mine. I want to see the same situation. So select performance CPU and take a snapshot. Uh,
The details are an exercise left for the reader, but that's so not my style. After a ton of work, which you can see right here, we get.
Okay, this is interesting. So he actually shows the work. He actually shows the calculations. Good. So we don't need to say this.
Exactly 1/2 or 50%. 50% does not equal 55.6%. Mechanics reign supreme. But what does this all mean? It means classical physics is a goner. Just put a fork in it. After a ton of work. This. And here's where an author would say something like, the details are an exercise left for the reader. But that's so not my style. After a ton of work.
Okay, so psi is 1 over the square root of 2 plus a or minus a minus 1 over the square root of 2 minus a plus a. So it's 50% because we want 1 over square root of 2. Why is it minus? I think this is a plus. Why is it a minus? This is weird. Why is it a minus? Mm-hmm. So paste your task manager in the side chat when you're ready. Oh, there it is. Dev. Friends.
Accept me as a friend, and I will send you in private.
Okay, got it. Yeah, go ahead. La 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 la. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Okay, your disk is not, but your CPU is. Okay. But also your memory is at 100%.
Yeah, no way. The burning installed.
Okay. So the next step would be to go. The next step is to do the following. Where is the snipping tool? Show me this. Show me the task manager, the processes list, sort by CPU downwards.
Do I sort by?
Sort by CPU downwards.
All right, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
takes 100 years to take a snapshot, but it's...
Yeah, it's okay. La 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 la. La 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 la. So he's saying, all right, so why is it 1 over the square root of 2? It should be plus. This is weird. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Inside hope now.
Okay, I mean, the first one is 33. The system is taking 33%. When was the last time you restarted your computer?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I guess it was a while ago, probably, right? Should I try it?
Yeah, try restarting your computer and then come back. Yeah. Okay, let's see. This is weird why it's minus. Anyway, so the probability is this square. He doesn't say it explicitly, but the probability, let me see. What is B? Plus B. Okay, since A and B are arbitrary, both terms should be equal. I don't know what he's talking about.
Which you can see right here, we get exactly 1/2 or 50%. 50%.
Probability of finding the particle having opposite signs if measured along different directions. Probability of finding the particle having opposite signs if measured along the same direction. Where's the 1/3? So it's 120 over 2 and 120 over 2. The way he described it, both are 120 over 2. Where? Religion or politics? PNR. Mm.
percent does not equal. That's so not my style. After a ton of work, which you can see.
Okay, let's see. What do you mean after a ton of work? I don't understand. Where's the ton of work? Oops. Rover! Rover já Vinci! Como vai? Rover já Vinci. What's up? Can you hear me, Rover? Can you hear me? Rover, I cannot hear you, Rover. La 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 la. La 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 la. You're on desktop, so and don't have a microphone? Well, so just join me on your iPhone if you want to talk, as the earphones are in the audio jack. Can you figure it out. Figure out how you can talk to me. Hmm. Since A and B are arbitrary, both terms should be equal. I don't know what that means. Okay. So it's this. Okay. Probability of finding the minus A state if the particle is in the plus state is equal to 0. Hello, Scandinavian.
Hey, is it better now?
No. So take the same snapshot again.
Okay.
Hover, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I'm actually debugging someone's laptop, someone's computer. His
Oh, wow.
his audio is jittery. So his CPU is at 100. His memory,
Wow.
his memory is at 100 as well. Let me show you.
Okay.
He is the Scandinavian.
Okay. So is
Mhm.
if you go into Task Manager, like what's using up all of the resources?
Yeah, I'm about to. Well, I'll send it to you. So this is
Just say it, forwarded message.
Yeah, because I don't know how to share whatever. Anyway, so it's in Swedish or something.
Okay.
I mean, the system is taking 33%. It's Windows 10. I asked them to restart and send me again this snapshot, so we'll see an updated. But the fact that the system is taking 33%. Let's see. Here's the updated
I wonder if they have
version.
a hard drive or a solid state drive. I wonder that matters.
Okay, so his Chrome is taking 50%, but I'll forward it to you again. This is the update. So the system, but his Chrome is taking 50%. The
That might just be temporary
Norwegian,
because you just opened it or something.
wait, the Scandinavian, maybe you have too many tabs open. Try closing tabs.
I honestly think that the system
The system is down to
will probably just
10%.
increase. It's all of it's still at 100%, right? So the system is just going to increase to whatever the available amount is.
Oh, so that doesn't mean anything. Okay.
Well, it depends. What's that? I can't. Let me
My
look on my phone
system,
here.
my system is at 0.5%. My
Mm-hmm.
system doesn't take, like, my CPU is very, like, my
Yeah, my CPU is at let me see what it says here. It's 5%.
yeah, I mean, my CPU is basically
And I have
0.
Discord open, and I have mine says 7%, 4%. And I've got Discord and browsers open and blah blah blah. Discord's using 3%. So yeah, I mean, there's some issue there. What's the name of that? I can't speak that language, so I don't know what it says. Activity Chanterin. What's that mean? If you could click on that, we'll see what's inside of that.
Activitet
Windows
Chanteraren.
problem reporting. There's
The
some kind
second
of
one, that's the task manager. You can see from the
Oh yeah. You're right.
yeah.
You're right.
So that's
Underneath that, you
fine.
have Windows problem reporting. So there's probably some issue with updates or something like that. I'll be honest with you. If you have Windows and you're having this issue, you should contact Microsoft.
Stop.
But this,
Stop. What are you talking about? Who does that? Who
well, I was chatting to someone who did, and it worked out for them. So because they have the whole company, and that's what they're there for. I mean, if you have their operating system and you paid for it, and then
who paid for anyway, I've
anybody,
never
right?
contacted anyone that helped me. Anyway, his Chrome is taking 50% of the CPU. It might be that it's a very old computer, but Windows 10 wouldn't allow you to run on an old computer.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what kind of CPU does he have?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's the previous one. Let me show you his CPU. Um,
Like, he's got to have something going on here. It's just not normal to.
this is his CPU. His CPU, Intel Celeron N4020
Yeah, so it's
CPU, 1.1 gigahertz. How is that?
wait, what? Well, that's a really low spec, right?
It's
It's
a
a really
low
low.
spec.
Yeah, it's only got 2 cores in it, and so it makes sense that it'd be maxed out, right? I mean, it's running. I didn't even know I didn't even know Windows installed on a Celeron or whatever.
Um, yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
So
Celeron. It's 2 cores. It's got 1 gigahertz. I mean, it's just a very very low
but his memory,
power device. Yeah, his memory there is like not
his
even
me-
4 gigabytes. I mean, that's
oh, his memory is
very little.
oh,
But
the
even so, I mean, that's
Scandinavian. How old is your computer?
I don't know, man. I bought it in 2020.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So it should be good enough. You bought it new from the store?
Oh wait, no. Actually, it's even younger. I just realized my last
you can
one
get
was
a new
2020. This one is
Celeron.
2020.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get a new Celeron, I mean, it's still going to be very slow. I mean, Windows just requires you to have like at least 4 cores and 8 gigabytes of RAM,
One
right? I mean,
second, Mr. the Scandinavian. When did this issue begin? When did you begin noticing people complaining when you talk or your CPU? And when did your computer begin slowing down? Did something? Do you remember?
It's always been like this. I think it was when I switched computer from my old one. Started.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it has to just be power of the computer. The only thing you can do is try to install a completely different operating system that's way smaller. Like Linux or something. I don't even know if that you can install Linux on that.
No, but you see, it's his Chrome is taking all the.
Yeah, actually, can you take a screenshot like that with Chrome closed and show us what your
He can't.
performance is like?
Then
I
I
mean-
will disappear from here.
Wait, Mr. the Scandinavian, how many tabs do you have open in your Chrome?
One.
Hmm.
Just talking to you.
Yeah.
I had more before, but I took them away. Only a couple.
Okay, well, yeah, there's not a lot you can do there. I mean, unless I know you want to download the Discord app and see if that's any better instead of using Chrome. I don't know if Discord app is
No.
any better than using Chrome.
No. It's So wait a minute, Mr. the Scandinavian. You saying that when you bought this, is it a laptop or is it a desktop?
It's a laptop.
The
Okay, so
laptop,
you
yeah.
saying
It
that
says-
when
it
you
says-
purchased the laptop, it was always slow from the beginning?
Yes.
yeah, it's a low end processor. Yeah, if you look up the Intel Celeron,
How much
It's
how much did you pay for this laptop?
it's $100 or €100 or something, or is it 200?
Something like that.
It's an extremely cheap laptop.
So you got okay, so that's
Yeah.
the reason. So okay, there's nothing I
Yeah, I'll
can
just
do.
get a new laptop, I guess.
I mean, it's nothing. I wouldn't say new. I would just say a better. Could be old.
A better one.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be able to run it, and initially it should be at 0 CPU, 0. Everything should be 0 in the beginning. In the beginning of the life